Hi everybody, Jocelyn Florence Astrologer. Now I just want to talk to you today about this absolutely incredible kite which is coming on it's really starting on the 17th of this month, 17th of September 2024, and it goes on for the next, 6 years really, until 2029, when it's still within 1 degree lingering. So let let's begin. Super exciting. Now this is the most incredible energy, and I'm calling it the Grand Kite of 2024 to 2029 because I've never seen anything like it. Wow. It's epic. It has the potential here to jump humanity into this higher levels of consciousness, and it all begins with a big bang on the full moon eclipse at 25 degrees Pisces on the 17th 18th of September. Now, first, a bit of background. I'm going to say expect the last quarter of 2024 to be full of endings, yeah? Because the three outer planets that we have here, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, they're all they're all about to change signs. So these guys govern these huge generational cycles. It takes them between 10 and 30 years to traverse a sign, and right now all three are steeped in the energetic of endings, yeah. This is represented in astrology by the critical degrees at the end of a sign, which is where we experience the very worst, that we may finally reveal and resolve it. So we're at that point where we're finally comprehending the lessons, and it's then that this becomes the magical degree, where we're able to turn things around and begin anew and positive. But first we have to experience like this cathartic ending of the old that we can start again. And right now this is happening big time in triplicate. So, first thing, there will be drama. But what I want to do really today is explain the potential here, which is just enormous and unprecedented, yeah? So, to paint the bigger picture, never in recorded history has an event like these three big players changing signs within 2 years happened. And credit to Steve Judd for that research. Like the closest thing I can find was in the 1440s when we had Pluto and Saturn into Leo and Uranus into Cancer, and we had the Renaissance. That was three big beginnings, yeah. Additionally, the planets are changing sign. Oh my goodness. A Neptune, the ruler of Pisces and the old age. Saturn and Uranus, the joint rulers of Aquarius and the new age. Oh my goodness. On top of that, Neptune and Saturn, when they move from Pisces here into Aries, they pass over this 0 degree Aries point. This is the world axis, okay? And it's an incredibly important point in astrology because it's placed at the very beginning, the very cardinal point of the zodiac, and this is the ultimate point of new beginnings for humanity, for the world. um it's so exciting. So here we have Neptune and Saturn going over there, and as you can see, they are super harmoniously all aspecting each other. Now Pluto is harmoniously, here he is at the end of Capricorn, beginning of Aquarius, harmoniously shining his light, trine onto Uranus down here. And together, these sextiles, these aspects of opportunity together, when we have this point here at 0 degrees Libra triggered as it is, pretty much on the point of this eclipse and its next one, which is why I'm talking about this. It makes a kite, and the kite is like the most positive, successful, highest aspect that we can have in astrology. The only thing about it is that it's very difficult to get the kite off the ground. It's a bit challenging. Remember yourself as a kid running along trying to get the bleeding thing, but once you do, wow. So collectively we may need a bit of practice at this, but don't worry, because this aspect goes on at varying degrees until mid 29. So it's super exciting. And with these two eclipses representing like karmic trigger points, which will help to lift humanity into this new beginning. So now what I really want to talk about, this energetic trigger point here at the base of the kite, which really we need to look at to lift the kite, yeah. And it's fascinating. This is 0 degrees Libra, and this represents the energetic of law, balance, justice, and very much harmony between the sexes. We It's what we value here. We value our vital relationships, which can really only work if they're based on honesty, trust, and integrity. And this is part of that rebalancing process that is key to lifting this kite. Now, what is so incredible and beautiful about this point is that it's activated, like not only by the moon every month, yeah, the sun, Mercury, and Venus every year. I think it's in there 3 times by Mars. We've got a Mars retrograde on there. We've got a Mercury retrograde all at the end of it. So exciting. So plenty of time for getting this kite off the ground is what I want to say. So don't worry about this. Is something we've got to do really soon. This is something we're going to be given the time to work on. But the more consciously we do it, the quicker we can bring it in. Now, this whole energetic is really kick-started on the 17th, 18th of this month by the first of these 2 lunar eclipses on this point. Sorry, yeah. So eclipses always represent sudden, dramatic, karmic change or choice points. And as you may have observed, the stakes are pretty big at the moment, and the rewards equally huge. So key to all of this is our changing levels of consciousness and knowledge. And while it may seem at the moment, well, things are kind of spinning out of control on a 3D level, the full moon conjunct Neptune will highlight either the chaos or our ability to step into a higher level of consciousness. Now, with the sun sitting at the tail of the kite opposite the moon, here's the full moon at the top, yeah. Excuse me. What it will do, it will inform us that it's all about our inner security, our self-love, our self-trust, our inner balance that is key to lifting the kite, yeah? So this is our first big opportunity and our first big shift. Now, the outer planets here represent our collective deep need for transformation of the bigger cycles that govern our world. Pluto's moved from Capricorn to Aquarius. This indicates the balance of power will shift from big business corporations and more into the hands of the people. And Pluto in Aquarius will start to uncover hidden science, technologies, and they'll be released to the public. Well, Uranus here moving into Gemini, that new beginning will. Oh, he's bouncing happily in a trine off Pluto. So this is going to spark a plethora of research into all these possibilities that are being uncovered, illuminating so many more healing solutions for ourselves, for the planet, not least in terms of alternative power. And this is just so fabulous for the whole world. Now, Neptune and Saturn's transversing across the world axis holds a few more challenges, with the potential for complete, I suppose, dissolution of the old structures, causing chaos. Unfortunately, this letting go of old securities, old structures is part of this transition. And it's vital to remember and consciously link into the higher Neptune and employ those inner technologies, meditation, um, emotional, spiritual understanding that Neptune's passage through Pisces has revealed to us. We're linking into the divine. We know how to work that higher energetic muscle, and it's literally bringing in the light. We know how to work with it now, yeah? Saturn has helped us to ground this spiritual connection into these practical everyday uses, synchronicities, being in the flow. These things that were previously intangible, they're now in our everyday lives, yeah? And it's this combination that we're required to use to actually lift the kite at the top. This is the top of the kite, yeah? At faith, belief, that we can lift ourselves and into the whole new beginning that we truly desire. I mean, Neptune is our dreams. What is Saturn is structure. There's a whole new, we can dream up a whole new structure. This is the potential of this kite. Yeah, so exciting. It could start with a bit of challenge. Neptune and Saturn conjunct the eclipse at this particularly with Neptune at the critical degree at the end of Pisces, there could easily be a heightened sense of loss, confusion, fog, which pushes, but this will push us into our own resources here in the sun. You know, it's okay. I can grow my own food. I know where I'm getting my needs met. Um, it also opens karmic doors, you know, and this is here, this is going to blow our spiritual senses wide open with the full moon, revealing whole new levels of understanding of what is actually going on. But again, this is fog and confusion on the lower levels, but on a spiritual level, massive potential for connection, divine connection. Just seeing and perceiving in a completely different way comes to mind. I'd just been meditating, my partner walked in and we smiled, and literally my eyes were closed and I could see a flash of light out of his heart. It's that clear. This is the level of clarity and understanding we're able to step into right now. It's so exciting. It's like we're going to be working on a whole new level. So whilst there are many other key trigger moments when the nodes go over this point here, etc., etc., today I want to focus on the two eclipses, because firstly, because we're about to experience the first, and because they represent key karmic turning points. But it's like the second one really, if we know what's happening, it will help to inform the first. So roughly a year later, we're getting a second eclipse on this point here, but all these big players will have moved into their new signs, and this is at the critical degree of 29. It's critical that we sort out our own balance, our own inner balance, our own inner harmony. And this is a new moon eclipse here, so I just need to take the moon off this bit here and pop her over here. I hope that's going to work. And we'll have a new moon eclipse on that point. And again, this, oh, my goodness gracious, this is so exciting. Now this next eclipse on the 21st of September 25, it is, again, it's really, this new beginning is at the base of the kite, and it's incredible because it has 3 yods in it. Now, an eclipse with 1 yod is exceptional. An eclipse with 3, oh wow, incredible. So what is a yod? A yod is called the finger of God, and it points at a planet which is destined for us to change and turn around. So if I was to give the overall energetic of this eclipse, I would, I'd say sudden, unexpected karmic turnarounds, but new beginnings challenged by old power as well. And I'm not going to get too much into this today, except to just explain how much, in what way it can really inform our intentions and our way forward through this potentially rocky transition between the eclipses. So these 3 yods, therefore the energetics that we're going to have to work on to lift the kite, are both fascinating and informative. Now, 2 of these yods are to inner planets, Mars, our drive, and Venus, what we value. And of course, these are both representations of the natural order, male and female. So I'm just going to pop these in because it's so fascinating. Now, but if my memory serves me correctly, we have Venus here at 2 degrees. And this is making a yod from Neptune and Pluto. We have Mars here right at the end of Libra, and he is making a yod from Neptune and Uranus. These are misunderstandings which require transformation. And what fascinates me is how much they relate to this Libra trigger point of balance between the sexes, that rebalancing point which lifts the kite. It's all about rebalancing that divine masculine and our understanding of the divine feminine. And this is not so much a gender issue as like an inner balance, a workable harmony that has to be found between, I think, our inner vital connection and our outer needs. So it's that, yeah, that masculine feminine balance. The other yod, my goodness, is to Neptune from Venus and Mars. My goodness. So Neptune at the top of the kite, yod to it. Our vital connection with the divine requires transition into a whole new level. We've been doing the work. If we do this work consciously, that lifting this kite is going to be so much more easy. This is the choice. This is why I'm doing this video. It's so exciting to do this inner work of connection with ourselves, with others, in conscious awareness of the divine nature of all. And it's this combination that's going to lift this kite that allows humanity to truly begin again, to lift this kite and ourselves into a whole new beginning that we truly desire for the world. Thank you very much for listening. My name's Jocelyn Florence. If you'd like a reading, please go to my website, jocelynflorence.com. Much love. Take good care. Hope this transition treats us all well. And blessings.